Hi and welcome. I'm Christy with Homeschooling in Progress, and I'm glad you're here. If you've ever found yourself overwhelmed, exhausted, or like you're constantly behind in your homeschool, I want you to know you're not alone. I want to talk today about something I call the curriculum trap. It's that feeling like you have to do every subject every day from a structured curriculum, or your homeschool will fall apart. But here's the truth. More curriculum doesn't always equal better learning. In fact, sometimes it just leads to stress, burnout, and resentment for you and your kids. So in this video, we're going to cover why curriculum overload happens, how to tell if it's hurting more than it's helping, and how to simplify using easy, effective curriculum alternatives that still teach key skills without sacrificing learning. Now, when I first started homeschooling, I thought a full curriculum was essential. Math, reading, spelling, grammar, science, history, all with lesson plans, all times 3 kids. It felt organized, safe, like we were doing it right, which was the traditional school mindset we were coming from. But very quickly, our days felt heavy. My kids were frustrated. I was overwhelmed. And honestly, we were going through the motions. We weren't connecting or enjoying learning. We were just checking boxes. And here's what I realized. Curriculum is often too rigid. It doesn't always allow room for your child's interests or your family's rhythm, especially when you have multiple children. I've seen over and over moms juggling multiple subjects for multiple kids, constant interruptions, the pressure to finish all the pages, kids resisting doing their schoolwork, and parents feeling like they're failing. And then by mid-year, that curriculum stack turns into a guilt pile. Sound familiar? Let's be real. The curriculum itself isn't bad. We've always used curriculum to some degree throughout our homeschool years. But the way we try to use it can create this domino effect. You feel like you have to finish every lesson. So you start skipping fun stuff just to get through the checklist. You're constantly behind. Your kids stop enjoying learning. And you're wondering if you're cut out for this. All because we bought into the idea that we have to replicate school at home. So what do you need to homeschool well without burning out? Well, here's what I recommend. First, pick a few anchor subjects, most likely math and language arts, and then let the rest be flexible. Unless your children are very close in age or skill level, math and language arts are the subjects that should be separate for each child so that it's at their level. But then teach subjects that you can together, like history, science, maybe religion, and art. This is incredibly helpful when you have multiple kids. Embrace rhythm, not rigid schedules. Trust me, this changes everything. And finally, use tools, not just textbooks. You don't have to ditch all textbooks or curriculum, but you also don't have to be ruled by it. So here are some alternative tools that I love that still teach core skills. First are read-alouds. Read-alouds are gold. You can cover history, science, character development, and even basic language arts, all by reading great books together. We once read a book set in ancient Egypt and followed it with a simple hands-on project, building pyramids out of cubes. We learned geography, history, and teamwork, all without a worksheet. Next are nature walks. We love nature walks around here. You can observe birds, track seasonal changes, start a nature journal, or collect leaves for classification. Last year, my 8-year-old and I were on a nature walk when we found acorns. That led to a walk collecting different types of seeds, which turned into a mini study on seeds and seed dispersal. Another great tool is using documentaries. There are so many high-quality free documentaries available. They're a great visual way to learn about history, science, or even art. This past school year, my husband taught American history to our two high schoolers. He used documentaries quite a bit throughout the year to have them learn more about the topics that they were covering in class. Even my youngest, my 8-year-old, loved watching the documentaries and discussing them later with his dad and brothers. A bonus tip, pair documentaries with snacks, and you'll have an instant win for a quiet afternoon. Instead of jumping between 6 different subjects, pick one topic and dive deep together as a family using interest-based unit studies. One month, we studied oceans. We read books, watched documentaries, did saltwater experiments, and made some ocean-themed art. And you know what? They still learned reading, writing, science, and geography without even realizing it. And soon after, when we took a beach vacation, they were still talking about things they learned in that study. A final tool I love is to let your child's curiosity lead. Whether it's dinosaurs, baking, building things, or drawing comics, they'll naturally engage and retain more when it's something they care about. Several years ago, one of my sons wanted to build a birdhouse to give me because I love birds. With my husband's help, he learned about measuring, using tools safely, and local birds. No curriculum required, just real-world learning. So if you've noticed any of these signs, your child is zoning out during lessons and not retaining anything, that you're skipping more pages than you're actually completing, that learning feels like a checklist, not a connection, or maybe you're wondering, is this even worth it? And just feel like giving up. It might be time to let go of a curriculum that isn't working. And if your homeschool days feel heavy, if the curriculum isn't working, please know you're not doing it wrong. You're noticing what your family needs. And that's the beauty of homeschooling. Letting go of a curriculum doesn't mean you're giving up. It means you're growing. You can simplify. You can teach multiple kids together. And you can create a homeschool life that works for your real family. And if this is something you're struggling with, I'm creating a course to help you homeschool multiple kids with less stress and more joy. I'd love to have you along for the journey. You can join the waitlist below to be the first to know when it's ready. No pressure, just support when you're ready for it. And if this video encouraged you, drop a comment and share your favorite curriculum-free activity. Or share this with a homeschool friend who needs to hear it. You've got this. Keep showing up. Keep adjusting. Your homeschool doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to work for your family. Until next time, happy homeschooling.